Right. So are trying to investigate Hermes and Meteon of, at the suggestion of Vena. So let's begin. Greetings, mate. My friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if you might indulge her. Certainly, Mr. Suna. Shift of three? Yeah. Yeah. What would you wish to know? What kind of person is Hermes? Well, I can only answer from my own experience, but I would describe him as an quite man reserved, you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His resistant nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as a chief overseer. The main is walking archive. Uh, when it comes to life forms, he can discuss any species at incredible detail and is leading authority on the concept which power of with the power of light. I hope that answers your question. Was there anything else? How long has been Meteor been here? I cannot say as chief personal creation, Meteor has not been subject to observation and study like the other concepts. So one day she was simply there, and you, what do you make of her abilities? Understanding she is highly unusual, familiar, and able to read emotions, communicate directly with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, I wish to explain her nature in more depth, but I have not had occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes. Do you wish to you knew him better? Chief may not be the most gracious individual, but he is engaged with us as if necessary for everyone to perform their duties. I wouldn't want to intrude on his privacy for the sake of curiosity. Though, if you wish to learn more about Meteon, you could try speaking with Tiamios, another expert in creation of flying concepts. He should be conducting his observations on banks of the stream somewhere to the east. Oh, and unless you take particular joy in rambling discourse, suggest you keep your questions concise. We shall keep that in. Thank you for your patience and your insight. Think nothing of it. If there is aught else you need to during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. Come, like I think we have enough taken enough space time. Fine, sir. Wouldn't you agree? From here, I suppose we split up and shall we continue making inquiries with the resident observers? If you could track down colleague as we mentioned, while did feel compelled to interject once or twice during the previous conversation, you seem more than capable of drawing forth the answers you seek. All I ask is that you watch your footing around this stream. We can meet back here once you're finished speaking with Thomas. That's 78 to west. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Growlock, yeah. Black cat and the fat cat. The west we go. Where are we? Let's be to the southeast. Hey? I thought you told me west. You told me west? Let's 78 to west and it's to the southeast. What days of fate going on over there? There you are. Just hit that. Why are you coming after me? Go after that guy. Guy you're trying to beat on. Oh wait. Try to beat on each other. Seriously, why are you after me? I didn't do it. Whatever it is, I didn't do it. Go beat on someone else. There we go. Anyways, where was that? Northwest. Now it's northwest. See, it just keeps sending me in different directions, man. Right, northwest, so it's basically on top up here on the map. Is it to my right or is it to my left? Southeast. Ah, there it is. 346 southeast. Southeast we go. How many have I got left now? Two more. Southeast, southeast we go. Those rocks over there? Maybe? Southwest there it is. Uh, 878 north. 878 to the northern edge. That'll be a big guy. wait, the fight's not finished yet. Okay. But these kitties are be strong. These kitties be strong. 621 northeast. Four seventy eight north. 280 north, yeah. It's not even on this island. Oh well. So all I've got left is four quests in one, the other one, which is not even on this island, so I can't do anything about that. That the guy? That my guy? Yeah. Begin asking questions. I guess you can't get into duty finder while you're doing this. What would you wish to speak about? Uh, a worthy subject indeed. To those big beings which soar through the clouds, majestic, graceful, ever favorite of the creators, even now, with many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concepts continues to unabated. What sets achieves a creature apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of celestial realm. Birds that climb so high that they disappear from view, others which traverse the boundless sky in moments, and all without riding the currents. I know of none save he who can conceive such marvels. Even we who prize the elegance of form above all else are dumbfounded by his genius. Meteor is a marvel. Meteor is a marvel. Then, my opinion on matter would be superficial at best. Despite my admiration for Meteor as a concept, I have never delved into deeply, deeply into the inner workings of her nature. I know that she has a gift for communing with via emotions, but otherwise her ability are a mystery to me. If she's Hermes should choose to submit Meteor's concept to the Bureau of Architect, then will the designer be registered for public scrutiny, analyzing a colleague's creation before that step is frowned upon, to say the least. Of course, he came to me, a fellow artisan, looking for advice. That would be entirely different story. Do you know of the Namis in and Talikis? Those sounds do sound vaguely familiar. Was there another flower made here in Alpes which accept the properties of one or other? Must have been centuries since I last heard anyone speak of such things. Has there any been a resurgence of interest? Then why bring up the subject? I'm flattered that you sought my insight, but I cannot afford neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Now, I really must return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to attend to? Not much, huh? Not much indeed. Back already? It was that was quite that was a quick work. You were obviously clever enough to head off any of the rambling as we mentioned. So, have you any findings to share? I see. Even an expert in field has little understanding of Metron's capabilities, let alone awareness of dynamics. My question resulted in much the same answer as Hermes' colleagues view Metron as his personal project and could provide no details beyond those which you just told me. Which means, which leads me to believe the only person with any significant knowledge of dynamics is Hermes himself. Yes, we made some progress here, but more information is needed if we are to reach any definitive conclusions. 539. At present, the strongest link we have to final days is the power of Dynamis and and Telekis, which can control it. Yet most scholars are only vaguely aware of these terms, let alone study them in any depth except for Hermes, I seems. Thus, I am inclined to stay our current course and learn all we can about the chief overseer and his familiar. On that subject, was there aught else to note you can tell me about Metian, aside from her orthodox method of communication? They're more like she has sisters. She has sisters were designed to. I rather wish you had mentioned that earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate? So siblings of her now travel great expanse in search for deeper meaning. Thank you. Though the mystery at the hand remains unresolved, I feel you have touched upon the vital clue. The one we should keep in mind as we continue. Next, I propose that we take ourselves to Pripatia crystalline, not far from here. Just follow the path to the west. Right, are we going to the final island now, then, eh? Let's see. No, she's going towards that way. Not the final island. Oh, well, Vena, what have you got for me? Makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. This tower and the one further along are both perpetua crystalline. The facilities with archive all of LPC's observational and testing records. Despite how they appear from the outside, interior is actually a vast area of magically interconnected spaces, which, while fascinating, is not the reason why we are here, is it? Shall cut my architectural lesson short. See, these two archivists have to share. If you could find someone who could speak with over at the other tower, I shall join you on there or not. Right. So basically, she's gonna ask people here. We go and ask people over there. All right. You have question for me? Certainly. Just a moment while I conclude my current appointment. Right. Out with it. What do you know of the Nimas? Indeed, if you should provide a comprehensive log of those behaviors, we should have sufficient data for our official records. Now, what was it that you wish to speak me about? Out with it. What do you know of the Nimas? Chief oversees personal and research project, and by that I assume you mean Meteon. Such undocumented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing a researcher trailed by his one creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly when Meteon appeared, but now that she spends her time with the chief, is Hermes' side. Although I do recall interesting tale my dearest Glenn shared with me. Oh, Glenn is my partner, fellow researcher here at Elpis. Oh, you have a partner? Do you tell? She was attending one night when she saw Chief Hermes sending a Meteon Hammond with a host of them. For several days she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she has ever witnessed. That sounds like a story I should like to hear. Mr. Svena, I thought you had already returned to the surface. Permit me to thank you again for your remarkable contribution to our concept placement proposal. Pray do not mention it. And as you were saying, my original plan was to leave after that task, but I have since become engrossed with Chief Hermes' research. Would you favor me with the retelling of this site, which so delighted your Gillen? Of course, if you could hear it from her lips directly, if you prefer. At present, she should be observing a subject, Metaboseus, Talasai. She does enjoy her time there, watching the sea creatures hunt or and play, gazing upon the salty waters of world's oceans, recreated in such sublime detail. I imagine you must find similar joy in indulging your boundless curiosity, Miss Resvana. Even though such pursuits must continually and regretfully delay your return to the star. Indeed, they do. Tis a rest well deserved and long overdue, I should think. How greatly have we prospered for the wisdom you accumulated during your travels as aim. So, as it is, she is the first Lady of the Light. Venat, Lady of Light, a former Azim, and Heidelin, Heart of Heidelin. So, yeah. Well, but Elpis, B, without your earlier academic work, theories you developed served as a basis for many techniques still in use today. Man is a creature of contemplation. None embody that nature with as much endurance and passion as you. I dare say that there is not a soul alive more worthy of return. I shall rejoice the day you depart on your final journey. I will be honored. Well, shall we take our this opportunity to meet with Glenn in person? Allow me to reconfigure the door to the archives here. It will take you up to the sky and spare you the need to avoid the hostile concepts on the ground. That would be most helpful. Thank you. I opened the path skyward. Once you pass through the door, simply walk straight across the next tower and ask for admittance to upper tier. Upon arriving at the upper tier, walk straight across the skyway and you will find yourself at interest Metapesios Thalassai. Galena will be eager to share her tale with you, I'm sure. Now then, my question is, the 12, are they member of the ancients as well? The 12 gods? Miss Savannah, just passing through? Allow me to prepare the path. If you need any further assistance, there is always an observer or two out on the upper skyway. Oh, we are on the skyway actually, I see. So we're not going onto the island, but we are going onto the building, top of the building. I see. I wanted to go over there. Uh, Mrs. What I was told to expect, we would have paid an official welcome. Please. There's no need for fanfare, I only wish to speak with Gilani. If that might be arranged. Yes, Gilani, of course, I will inform her immediately. But she may be engaged in testing phase. You could be in some for some way. Should I let her know business is urgent? That won't be necessary. This is a lovely view. It'll keep us occupied until she is ready to receive us.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
How about that? Calamities are rampant.
Dark, hidden places, rife with danger. Those have an altogether different, but no less powerful sort of appeal. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures? Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveller. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
So which one should we start with, eh? Should we tell you about the Hildebrand, the agent of inquiry, or do we go with what's the other one? I think the Hildebrand is she's telling about the Hildebrand. Yeah, let's go with that. Story of Hildebrand.
Incredible! Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word.
I like her eyes. It's like a seal in there.
As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true, and a presence without, immense yet intimate, fate perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath. I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose. My love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. A moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
That is the main question. Was your journey good and was it worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness. My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes's creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Metea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
So another piece of puzzle falls into place. From what we have learned thus far, I think we can safely conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others. We suggest either someone who will appropriate his discoveries and make use of them, or Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final days. Since we have no reason yet to suspect the former, we should consider the latter the more likely the possibility proceeding under the assumption the next step should be to divine why, or even if he might desire such terrible fate for our stars. Well, the only thing I can think of is like someone killed Meteon, and he's like, let's end it all. I should like to visit this site from which Hermes sent forth Meteor. If we are fortunate, we might find some hint of what drives his research of his. Galen said she spotted the mountain southeastern rising from the isles she could see from the edge. If we stand at the same vantage point, it should not prove too difficult to locate the isle in question. Let's take a look, shall we? No, there's no quest. There's the only one. I think it's to do with if you complete the older quest and the new ones spawn. Might be that. Uh, thanks, ahoy! The island right over there with the tree. That island right there. That one there. Now, if we are conducting some mystery research, where would I go? Ah, what about that one? Have you the means to fly? It's quite a distance away. Inconvenience by a highly insurmountable problem. Tell me, to me, Argos. My friend, would you mind creating a double to carry Malay over there to the island? Argos. There's no place in this on this great star that we have not uh, together traveled. And still, you remember of the presence of stranger. Argos rather exciting standards, I'm afraid. What you have ridden him before? Ah, your your before meaning my after, not uh, at all confusing that. Interesting. This certainly not unthinkable. But speaking of here and now, it's a quick situation for us to face off in a sparring match. Demonstrate to him you are capable of holding your own against me in battle, and you should convince Argos that you are worthy of his back. Besides, I might even teach you a thing or two. It, you seem doubtful, but a useful lesson or not, it will certainly be a moment to remember, a memory of a distant past to cherish. What say you? Travel out of time? Uh, and if this memory turns out to be a bad one, that's up to you, isn't it? If our last would sting, then you had better win. Clear your mind, prepare your weapon. I await you at the cleaning over yonder. Does that mean hey, I got a chungus? Uh, I wanna go see Argus, and I wanna be able to go over to the island over there with the last point is. Golly, still have only one quest. But nah, but nah, but nah. Shall we begin? Be warned, I'm not going. I will not go easy on you. Level 88. Level 88, eh?
Let neither side hold back.
Let neither side hold back. And you. Oh wait, you're going. Damn you, woman!
My blade sings!
I don't like that. Uh, anyway, I don't like it.
My blade sings!
She's got a lot of health. Now I am going to go on normal. I don't want to change difficulty. I want to see it and see if I can beat her.
Let neither side hold back.
I know you're not gonna be holding back.
My blade sings! blade sings!
Like you and your arcs.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Oh no. Are you gonna change weapons? Ah, dancer now. Oh hell no.
No quarter! Have a taste! I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
Oh great. She's going in mid road.
Prepare yourself!
Too holy, eh?
We've only just begun. Come at me with your all. My blade sings!
Where are you?
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Back in dancer, yeah.
No quarter! Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
Come on, woman. Uh, Great.
Break your chains, shed your burdens, and show me your strength of will!
He's going to go loud. All right.
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
Yeah, that was that was a fun fight.
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azam when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys. Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you. A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
So do I actually get him as a mount, or do I get him as a mount at the end? August will soon have us standing on the very top of the way. Mattia made their departure onto the night sky. With luck, we will learn something of Hermes' intention. My hope is that we find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion, then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working with us rather than against us. I don't think he's got intention, but we're not as Argos in his ability. Let's move on to the edge before mounting, shall we? That will allow us to catch the currents rising up from below and give us the smooth ride over to the isle. Yeah, I want to go. Can I go to the other? I want to go to the other island. I want to go to the island over there, to the north. Alright. Ride our goes to the isle. Can't talk to her. Can't talk to her while we're on here. Ah, well, at least I get to explore the map. Uh, what are you talking about? Down below us? On the tree, okay.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before?
You mean the echo?
So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me. There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes, good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture. Possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike. How?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
And there are 8 cycles, huh?
So, what is your opinion? I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
Let me guess. Something's already happened to Meteon. Yeah, number of places where Hermes might be in Elpis. Well, we could do worse than to look at Kitsis Hyperborea, the largest facility on the stand on the Athesalikitis Boreas, the northern island. I want them for an institution which claims to be studious research every species. There's never reason. Did you not question how they find room for them all on Sophia Island? There lies also lies in Catesis itself. I touched upon the practice before. Back at the Archives way, a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. Same was true for interior of this facility. It's magically constructed environs is there within those sprawling habitats the chief overseer and most of the LPC's observer conduct bulk of their work. Com- Simplest route is via teleport north of Quiet and oikos. There we go. Two more here. I needed what? Three? I needed four. So oikos is gonna have one then. Okay. Hey, big fella. Hey, big fella. Bye, big fella. And the fate is back up again. My well, this is a pickle. Why am I to? Please tell me you're here to deliver a message from Kilon. You are a familiar, yes? Azim's family. Oh, and I do like the name Milai. If she belongs to Azim, then what has become of our visitor from Amarat? He was meant to arrive some time ago. Our wildlife subjects are accustomed to the presence of long-term observers, but when someone from outside of comes in, their reaction can be somewhat unpredictable and occasionally wrong. Would you be so kind to track down Killian and see that no harm has befallen him? Visitors don't wear masks, so he should be easy to spot. If you do happen to find him in the process of being mauled, you have my permission to mentally offending subjects. Safety first. So yeah, if he's getting slaughtered, kill the slaughterer. Academia student. You're a visitor too, aren't you? Perhaps you might be willing to help me. Did you happen to see a blue-haired woman in the area? She wouldn't have been wearing a mask. I see. She and I are students of academia and another. We had intended to spend our downtime visiting LPs together. We were on the way when she realized she forgot something in back ground, so she ran back there. The last I saw of her, she can be a bit, how should I put it, scatterbrained. She may have simply got lost on the way back. Uh, Perhaps you could be kind to look for her. Okay, basically, look for a missing student and a missing visitor. Missing visitor first. Do tell me he's getting slaughtered. Yes, he's about to get slaughtered. Thank you for taking it. I wasn't sure about I could just rank creatures under observation. I'm killing it, send your wife. I see Mara sent you to fetch me. Yeah, get back to the pot and go back over there. teleport there. So much. Yeah, teleporting is so much quicker than trying to run around. Speaking of which, there is a quest down here as well. What did you want for the quest? Observing humanity region chief hermits, head overseer, you are how engineer. That's all being familiar. Familiar must have yet. You offer no message to carry no cargo. Perhaps you are here to purpose of observation. Yes, that must be it. In which case, you only need to mention my name to your camera and she will gladly give you a tour of our domain. Soak it all in. Yes, yes, what can I do for you? Give me a tour. Overseer, which means you got, oh no, I didn't mean like that. I would be happy to show you around. I was simply wondering why Overseer chose to send you to me of all people. I haven't been here for long myself, to be told, until quite recently. I was wholly engaged in a prolonged research project in could show there are the experience in this government. Now is it task given to me. I will attempt to cover the most salient features of our facility. We can commit that to a very moment you like. Alright, out with it, woman. Let's begin then. As you know, rather than me lecturing you, I think observation firsthand is prove more beneficial. I will point you to the right direction. You can question my colleagues to your heart's content. Once you have completed a circuit, you can return and speak with those CS plus. Right. So she's going to be following me. Right. Talk to multiple people and then go back to the overseer, then it seems. Talk to multiple people, eh? Talk to multiple people. Well, so much for the tour guide. If she's gonna send me to different people, eh? Obviously asked me to give this familiar tour of ground, so I thought best way was to show her around. What do you hear firsthand? But it's difficult to just demonstrate. I hope brief explanation will survive our creation. I oversee the plant life of the. Yeah, so basically she watches the grass grow. Okay. Uh, what's your wish to know? That would be perfect, thank you. So she watches the grass grow, and one and two over there. Right. So where are you? That guy. Some kind, judging by your serial structure. Yes, I'm accompanying Malay to West Biasa. Sure, I feel free to. But was keeping your distance from larger creatures. For now, I have a top tier food chain. I do kindly intrude their territory, especially the specimens found on the other islands. They can be exceedingly hostile. Uh, no one can appreciate the surprise task two of them on, alright? Right, okay. Ooh, I haven't seen one of those before. Come on, who's your friend? I didn't me why you appear to be astute, deliberate, and deliberate in your thinking. I should very much like to and composition. Do forgive me, bro. Just the behavior of familiars, and I find the ever so everything. Arcane servants are rarely permitted to roam the world as well, you see, but our research here is given special dispensation. The subjects are properly registered as concept, of course. There are times when the familiars are tasked with tending cattle, or must otherwise coexist with other living beings. So if Azim might grant us permission, then you could abide here for a few years while I analyze. On that note, we must be moving on. Step lively. Yeah, okay, so we go back to the overseer. I get my ATRL point. Why is that bird going nine? Why is that bird nine? The vent flying by in front of me. As I see you completed your tour, almost. We spoke with those in charge of various facets. They would be able to visit here with you, overseer. I see. So, what's your impressions of work we do? It requires equal levels of passion and patience. Glad you can have further your worthy education. I'm glad to see you enjoyed the experience at least. I hope you did. You are truly masterpiece of creation. Only soul-bearing familiar could ever demonstrate such robust cognitive, cognitive and constitutive facilities. Were you perhaps designed to inspire others? I feel something special has been woven in your aura. You must have an intriguing presence, to say at least. Please stay a while and share more of your thoughts with us. Yes, I second the invitation. In the long years I have resided here, never encountered such a unique entity. In one of Azim's, no less. You know, give me a tip point and I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm not your test subject. I'm only here for it, so I can fly. I wonder. I wonder if your P would allow us to create something of a creature, since we are here in the creature creation ground of sorts. I wonder. Yes, can I help you? Oh, wait. Do you need the directions of it? No. I beg. But I beg of you, someone else. Someone else. What was that? Woman asked you to find me up this hopelessly directional side of myself and the wraps. Which are fantastically good rather than an attempt to return. But don't you worry about me, I'll be fine on my own. Now, if I am right, this road east will lead me to teleport, I think. I mean, I know. I have business with your friend, I can escort you. You mean it truly? Then what is it? I mean, right, let's go. Long way to go. It's a long way to go. Yeah. Did I have to take a road through the teleporter? Okay. So if I just teleport above. Do those two quests and I gotta head over there. Right. Stop recording. Yeah, I'll end this episode here and I'll start a new one.